Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how you can write the information you gathered from the form to a text file in the server. So I'm going to simply add to the existing PHP file. So what you need to do is you need to create a data file that we are going to write to and upload that to UC file space. I'm going to call that data.txt. But so what you have to do is I will create a file, and that will be data.txt. I have to create that file. I will come to that in a minute. So assume that we already have a file named data.txt. Alright, and you have that file variable, and then you have to say you have to open the file. So you need to say fopen, and our file, which is $file we just created, and then here I want to open the file and then append to it. If I have couple of people's information, I just don't want it to be deleted or overwritten, so I'm saying that I'm going to open it for appending. So that's why you have that A right there and semicolon, and then you need to write. So before writing that, I'm going to make a long string with all the information I want to put as one string. So I'm going to make a variable called message, and I'm going to append everything. So in the maybe before that, I'm just going to make my text file. I'm going to save this file, and then I'm just going to create a new file, and I'm going to name it data.txt. Maybe I will have something called this is my data file. Alright, and then I'm going to save it as a text file. So data.txt, normal text file. So we have that file, and we will upload that to the file space, UC file space, when we are done with this coding. So I'm going to create that message, a string that has everything I wanted to write to that file in one string. So I have as a header, this is my data file. So when I'm starting to write my new information from the form, I wanted to add a new line. In many programming language, new line is represented by that \n, so that we are putting that, then appending that information to then I want to put first name, just put that, and then I'm going to put the variable first name, which has the value from the form. Okay, and then maybe I'm going to append a new line, just a BR. Alright, and actually I'm just going to put a new line right here, \n. So we know that it will be a new line, as and then I'm going to add, make sure that you have that dot there, and I'm going to say last name. Maybe I'll simply copy and paste for the last name. So please note that it's one big string that I'm making, but it will have line breaks in between. So here it would be last name. Alright, and then I wanted to have the email appended, email, and then I will have the comment, I think I called it com here. Okay, and if you would like, when I'm done with that, maybe I can add a line to separate between different input or different form information, and then I'm going to put a new line so that the next entry would be starting in a new line. So one thing to remember is that this is one big statement, so the semicolon appears only last here. So if you put semicolon here or here or here, the PHP file is not going to run. If there is any formatting issues, it won't run. So basically I made this variable with a new line so that it won't the information, this first name would be written into the next line in your data file, then the first name value that you have here, and then a new line, then the last name, the information you collected, new line, and it goes like that. So we open our file. Now we have to write this message to the file. So what you are going to do is fwrite to our file $fp, and then what we are going to write is the message that we created. Okay, don't forget about your semicolon here. So you are writing, and then you have to close your file. Fclose, open close $fp. Okay, and maybe just to know that this is running, I'm going to echo saved to maybe the dollar file, that is our file. So and you can just say that it's saved to the file, so it will say it's saved to the data.txt file. I think that should take care of opening a file and writing it and then closing it. So if there is any problems, I would come back and try to fix that. But let's upload these to UC file space. So I'm going to rewrite this one. So upload. So I checked overwrite existing, and then process.php, and don't forget to upload the text file that we are using in this program. So data upload. So you can see that in this data file, all you have is this is my data file, and when the program runs, hopefully it should write to the data. It will append to this data.txt. So this is our input, and I'm going to submit this. It says the echo, and it says saved to data.txt. So let's go check whether it's actually been saved. So your data file, edit, you can see that it's been written to this file, first name and whatnot. And then since we are opening it for appending, I'm going to change some information here. Okay, and say submit. And if you go back to UC file space and look at your data, it should have those information appended. So you can see that the new information is here. So that is how you, using a simple PHP program, how you are writing to a data file. This file has to be there, and then you have to open, write, and close. Some points to remember, if you have any syntax error, it won't run. So make sure that you have everything correct. And if you have case difference, if you put capital F instead of the F name on the other one, it won't work, because the PHP, the Unix environment, is case sensitive. If I had capital F here where I have only small case here, it won't work and the PHP won't run. So make sure that you do all that. Another quick thing I wanted to tell you is that for students who are not familiar with programming, I am not expecting you to have all this processing done for your final project. So maybe what you can do is in here in the action, instead of a file, you can say mail to, and then an email. It would open up a, it should open up a, if you have a file, if you have a mail client installed, it will open up the compose or new email with your data in most of the cases. So if you don't want to do any PHP, you can simply go ahead and do this way too. That is, just say in the action mail to an email. So if you want to just quickly check that out, I'm going to upload. This is going to be obsolete, so some browsers won't support that, but IE Internet Explorer used to support it. So let's see how it behaves. It may not work, but I'm just going to see what it is going to do. It's still doing the PHP file. Maybe I have to put that into a new file, but in any case I just wanted to show you that instead of processing it, you can simply have a mail to attribute like here. So if you have information here and something here, or let me try the Internet Explorer. So it says this form is being submitted using email. So it may, so it put all this information I have in here. So you can say send, and it will send. But make sure that you have something. But I'm not expecting